In this video, I'm going to show you how to leverage one of the biggest assets you currently have at hand as a fitness influencer and how to immediately start getting more results and more clients for your fitness coaching business by leveraging all the resources you already have at your disposal. And it's going to be without creating new content, without spending any more time in the DMs, and without spending money on paid ads. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Stepan and I run Monetize Brands, where we help monetize brands. I've worked with some of the biggest creators in the space. This is a screenshot of my client Anatoly's dashboard from April. Here are a few of the creators that we're working on a really big project with. You might recognize Hussein, Greg, and Eric. And what I'm going to be showing you here is how to utilize the email list that you already have, or if you don't have an email list, how to build an email list and how to actually nurture it to get the value of having an email list. Because many of you are paying a bunch of money to some sort of an email hosting provider like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or even Go High Level, and you have all these emails but you're not doing anything with it, not realizing that the average business has 30% of their revenue coming in just from back-end emails. And so you know that you're supposed to have a lead magnet, and your lead magnet is supposed to lead to an offer, but many of you just have a lead magnet that leads to an offer. If they don't convert, it doesn't take them anywhere. So I drafted up, this took me hours to create, a really comprehensive and in-depth illustration of what it should look like, is that your lead magnet should go to another sort of sequence if they're not ready to convert right away, that actually warms them up and lets them know about who you are so that you can finally warm them up to be converted. And why we miss this is because we don't realize why people sign up for our emails. So if you want to unlock the untapped potential of email marketing and have possibly 30-40% or more of your revenue come directly from your backend email list, you're going to have to watch this video and do everything I said. I'm going to go over it in depth and explain everything very practically, because if you actually follow what I'm going to show you, then you will be rich. So the first thing we have to understand, if we want to monetize our email list and use every platform that we have effectively, people use Instagram, people use Facebook, people use TikTok, and you have to be on every platform, but the only platform you actually own, you aren't as active on there and you're not investing as much time and resources into it. And my question to you is why? The email is the only platform you actually own. It's the only place where people have shown a higher intent to receive something from you by giving you their name, their phone number, and some of their personal information. And you don't engage people who actually want to know more from you. So if you want to know how to make more money, you serve the people and you talk to the people who want to give you their money. And so why do people join your email list in the first place? This is one of the core questions and one of the first questions we have to ask when we are assessing how to make more money from our email list is, how do we give people what they want? A lot of people try just throwing discounts at them. A lot of people just try throwing random offers at them or just messaging them random emails expecting to make money. But if you don't know why people actually join your email list, then you won't make the money that you want to make. And so the first reason that people join is going to be that they want free value. So when you are giving them your lead magnet, most of the time you're giving them some sort of free value, right? So you're giving them maybe a 7-day workout program, or you're giving them some sort of a lead magnet that provides them some sort of a free value. Maybe you're giving them a Google sheet where they can track their workouts, or a free workout, or some sort of free value, right? What 9-a-day home workout if you don't have a gym? What do you do at home? You're giving them some sort of free value, and they expect more free value from you when they actually sign up. And I'll show you why this is important in a second. The second thing they expect when they sign up for your email list is they want to solve problems. So number one mistake beginners are making. So maybe they signed up to learn more about how to be better in the journey that they're in. So they're on a journey to become jacked. They're on a journey to lose weight. They're on a journey to save time while working out and being healthy. They want more advice and they want to solve the current problems that they actually have. This is stuff like confused by all the advice, no motivation to be consistent, then you link them to YouTube videos that actually solve specific problems that they have. So maybe they're trying to do shoulder press in a safe way without hurting their already injured shoulders, for example, if that's what your target demographic is suffering with, or whatever the case may be. They want to solve more problems. And I will show you soon how this is going to make you a lot more money when you actually decide to email your email list. The third thing that people want to see when they sign up to your email list is behind the scenes access to you, to the influencer, to the creator, to the coach, right? They want to know about your life. They want to know about your story, and they want to know who it is that they're following, because people buy from people that they like and trust. So you have to build this sense of personality and humanity and relationship with them. And what better place to do that than one-on-one email conversations with them? So that's another reason why they sign up for your email list. They want to know you more. They want life updates, honest, unfiltered advice, exclusive email-only content. Sure, you make content for Instagram, sure, you make content for TikTok and YouTube, but they want something where they feel exclusive. Like only a certain number of members gets this, right? Like not everyone is going to get the stuff I'm giving to you guys. So you are the special people that signed up for my email list, and this is what will skyrocket your conversions through the roof. Or they want to just build a one-on-one relationship with you through emails. And the fourth reason they sign up for your email list is because they are warming up to buy. That's right. People sign up for your email list because they're interested in what you have to offer, but they just don't have information yet. And they just want to know more. They want testimonials. They want value-driven CTA emails. So some sort of an email where you drive value and then you give them a call to action to book and to actually buy. They want to see the results that you've worked on and the results that you've achieved in the past with your other clients. And they just want to know more about your own story and how you actually got to the point that you are. They want mini trainings that transition them to the actual full program. So if you've ever seen like a mini course, or if you've seen like a 7-day free trial, this is what this is talking about. And so to be able to print money to get 15 plus new clients every single month from your already existing email list, you have to actually solve the problems and give the people what they want. And if you don't already have an email list, the best thing to do is come up with a lead magnet. So something that you can give away for free that's of value to them and that is somehow tied to the actual service that you provide. I'll be making a more in-depth video about lead magnets soon, but make a lead magnet, give it to them, whether it's through ManyChat, whether it's through them coming to your website, through any means, give them a lead magnet, collect their email, and then start nurturing them and giving them what they signed up for. So in this video, I'm also going to show you a 10-step sequence that in this sequence is going to be every single thing that they actually signed up to receive, bundled together and delivered very elegantly and nicely. And I'll give you a summary of that right now that you can actually start writing out right after you watch this video with the structure that I give you. And so first is going to be them opting into the lead magnet. So this is going to be through ManyChat or through your Instagram DMs or through a website. So they're going to opt in and actually give you their information. The first email is going to be just an intro email about who you are, what they signed up for, and what they're going to get in the email. And you want to just get out of their spam. So you want them to open this. You want it to be, the lead magnet is going to be in here. And so you want to just have a high click-through rate. You want them to open the lead magnet. If they can, reply to your email and just kind of engage with you so that the email does not end up in spam. And if it is in spam, they just take it out of spam so that, the email servers learn that your email is not spam. The next email after that is going to be where your email sequence actually starts. So maybe 1 or 2 days after this email is going to be, who is this for? And you're going to, in every single one of these points out of the 10 emails, I'm going to show you the general framework to follow on how you want to think about delivering this email. But it's going to be basically, you're going to think, who am I speaking to? And the framework is, you might be this or you might be this. Well, this is for you. And so you want to tell them who they are and who the email list is for. And you can even pick multiple people. So let's say your ideal customer profile is a professional who is over the age of 45 and they've tried fad diets, they've tried keto, they know they have to work out, they don't need any more motivation, they just need to like get up off their butt and actually go work out. And so you might tell them, you might be a person who's tried keto diets before. You've tried X, Y, Z. You've tried home workouts. You've tried gym workouts, but you just can't seem to get up. Well, this is for you. I used to be in the same place as you are. And so you're identifying who you're speaking to and also relating with them with your language. And I wrote a draft email for you to understand what this email is and how the emails following would be. And so it would be like this. Let's say your name is Emily and you're a fitness coach and you are selling to people who are over the age of 45 or around that age, and they have tried everything before. They follow Instagram girls. Your main ideal demographic is a woman. They follow Instagram women about talking about being healthier and working out and gym girls and stuff like that. And they are just trying to overcome this hurdle that we're going to see in the email that I drafted up here. Step on, let's say the email is coming to me. It's Emily. You probably found me from a post on Instagram or a video that hit a little too close to home. Maybe it was something I said. Maybe it was how I looked. Maybe it was just the energy I carried. You paused, thought, maybe this is the person who actually gets it, and you clicked. So if your content is being made for a specific person, this is what a lot of people that sign up for your list are actually thinking. And now you're here. In this email, I want to open up a little. So you're being vulnerable already. You're giving them this part. and you're telling them who this is for, and you're also going to tell them that you're giving them all of these things. I want to open up a little and tell you why most people never stick to their fitness transformation. So if the biggest problem that they have is they never stick to it with the ideal client that I described, then we're going to open up and tell them why no one ever sticks to their fitness transformation. We're going to solve their problems. We're going to give them free value. We're going to give them behind the scenes. And in this email, we're also going to warm them up to buy. This is going to be the least of our concerns. But the main thing we're doing is all three of these in this one sentence that we just wrote. I want to open up a little, tell you why most people never stick to their fitness transformation, and why you might not have stuck with it last time. And how I finally figured out what actually works, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So now it's a storytelling sequence, and it's also a before and after sequence, which people love. And they're getting the before part of you. You're telling them, I wasn't always perfect. I used to be just like you, and this is what I changed. Sound fair? Cool. It's 8:17 p.m. and I'm typing this from my kitchen table, half-eaten meal prep on one side, a protein shake I forgot to finish on the other. It wasn't that long ago that I wasn't a coach. I was the client, burnt out, spinning my wheels, trapped in an all or nothing mindset. So you want to make sure when you're typing this out that you're using your client's language. I crushed it for 3 weeks, then missed a day, then binge for 3, then hate myself for it, then start over on Monday. Sound familiar? I didn't need more motivation. I didn't need another new diet. I didn't need 6 workouts a week. And we're doing this to help them understand that we know where they're coming from. We know what the pain point is. We know what the problem is. We used to be there ourselves. I used to be there. I know what you're going through, ma'am. What I needed was someone to call me out on my BS. Someone to hold me steady when life got chaotic. Someone to stop letting me start over and start showing me how to build forever habits. We're warming them up to buy. They know that who they follow and who they gave their information to can help them. They know that you, because they gave you their information, you can help them. So they have a certain thing inside of them that says, I know this is it. I know this person can help me. And they just want to feel more comfortable and be warmed up to buy. And so over here, you're saying what I needed, and you're describing who you are and what you do, which is exactly what they also need because you know who you're talking to. So that's what I became for my clients. Remember, warming them up to buy while also telling the story. You see, your last transformation didn't fail because you weren't motivated. It failed because it wasn't built for real life. So now you tell them why X didn't work that they tried and what they can do differently and what they can focus on next time. It was built for perfect weeks, not the ones where your kids get sick, or you work late, or you're going through something heavy and emotional and food feels like comfort. You can imagine someone who's going through this, it's hitting a deep point in their body that says, this is exactly what I need. The reason my clients succeed is because we build around that. We don't just change how they eat or train, we change how they think. So this is what they are focused on, and this is what we change that will be the unique point, that will be the reason why what you do with me is different than what you've tried by yourself. We change how they think, how they respond to failure, how they get back up, faster, smoother, and without shame. That's the transformation that lasts. And that's what I'll be teaching in these emails. So you're telling them what I'm going to be giving you. Problems are going to be solved. I'm going to give you this for free. I'm going to give you behind the scenes on how I did it. And I'm also warming you up to buy. And this is the first email they're getting after the lead magnet. And that's what I'll be teaching in these emails. If you want to stop the cycle, if you want this to be the last time you start over, you're in the right place. More soon, Emily. P.S. If you're comfortable sharing, reply to this and tell me where you're at right now. I read every reply and I'd love to know what you're navigating. One-on-one relationship. Reply, forward, add reaction. So this is what one of the emails would look like. And I took a lot of time on this, so I'll be faster to go through the rest of it. But I want to build a framework in your mind on how to talk to people and what you do when they sign up on an email. Imagine this is the first email. People are already going to be reaching out to you saying, how do I work with you? And you still have another 10 loaded in the chamber and you haven't even given a call to action for this yet or presented what you actually do. Who is this for? So this is the framework that we're using. Then you're going to Tell them on the next email, problems and solutions. So they have problems and they want to know that you know the problems and provide value to those problems. So let them know, I know you're dealing with X, Y, and Z. These are the problems that I used to have, and I know that you're going through them, and this is the solutions to those problems. Then you're going to give them social proof. Tell them others who have overcome the problems that you've seen so that they know that it's possible. And in these emails, you're linking the fact that you know they have the problems and you know how to overcome them, but you're just doing it subliminally without pitching your services and without pitching your coaching. Then on the next email, in email 4, you're going to tell them, I know how you feel. This is going to be a relational one. You're going to relate with them. You tell them, listen, I tried whatever you tried and it didn't work. It just resulted in whatever you're experiencing right now. So you're going to customize this to what you actually experienced and where they are right now, and just let them know that you know how they feel. But when I changed this, it worked. And now you're going to introduce your unique selling point or your unique mechanism. It worked, and introduce your unique mechanism. You should have a unique mechanism by now, and what you do that's a little bit different than what everyone else, and why what you do works. So stop doing this and start doing this email instead. And you're just letting them know that it's not going to work. You're probably obsessing over XYZ. You're just telling them that you understand who they are. Instead, you're going to tell them start with this, and you're going to walk them through your coaching or service, but you're not going to tell them that this is, like, buy this or sign up for this. You just can tell them this is what we do with our clients. If you want the full blueprint, this is exactly what we cover, and you can leave a free YouTube video below that, or you can leave a call to action for them to book a call. But I recommend leaving a free YouTube video if you have one that actually goes over your actual processes. Faulty beliefs, you're going to address their faulty beliefs. So maybe someone thinks that they're too fat, or someone just thinks that they literally can't be consistent. So you're going to address exactly what they're believing and empathize with them, right? I don't blame you, because social media makes you think unless you're on roids, you won't be fit. I don't blame you because social media makes you think that unless you starve yourself, you won't be fit. I don't blame you because social media portrays a perfect image of a woman, and they make people seem perfect and never making mistakes and consistent. And I don't blame you that you are so hard on yourself, but that's just not the truth. And again, you build up more rapport with them, you build up more of a relationship with them, and you give them more value. So address the psychology behind this, address the myth, and help them out, give them more free value. Then the next email is going to be quick tips. So tell them, listen, and if you're going to do this on your own, and literally give them the roadmap on what they should do on their own, and just give them a very high level overview and give them the free value. Listen, if you're going to do this on your own, then this is how I would do it. Then you're going to tell them, but if you're going to do this on your own, these are the mistakes that people make when they are trying to do it on their own. So you have to follow up with the last email when you told them, hey, remember when I told you if you're going to do it on your own, this is how you would do it? If you're still planning on doing it on your own, these are the mistakes that you should avoid. And this is what took me 6 months, 6 years, 10 years, whatever amount of time it was to learn. This is what took me 50 hours in the gym just to learn this one thing. This is what took me 300 hours. This is what took me coaching. And this is what took me X, Y, and Z to learn. And what I'm going to just give you for free to avoid, so that you don't also spend 300 hours making the same mistake. Show them how difficult it is to do it alone. Tell them what kind of pains they can have and what kind of repercussions they can have if they do those mistakes, and that they need to avoid them. The last email is going to be, the last email before you pitch them is going to be a program sheet. So it's going to be something tangible that they actually have. One more thing I want to give you before you start your journey. This is what our clients use to achieve X result. And whether it's a Google sheet, whether it's some sort of a program sheet, whether it's, like an ebook that only your clients get access to, like one of our clients, Eric Janicki, he had an ebook that he would give to his clients, and it was like a 77-page book about nutrition and about sleep, and it just had everything in it. So you give them something tangible that only your clients usually have. And then the email after that is going to be what is included when you buy. And this is just going to be a straight up hard sell. So you're going to be walking them through your coaching and your service and what you actually do for clients and how you do it. And then you're going to link your deliverables to the problem that you're solving. So everything that you give to people is going to be linked to the problem that you're solving. So this is going to be, if I just made a really quick video to kind of give you the most amount of value possible and what this can do for you, this is going to be what a 10-step email sequence to your audience is going to be like. This is what the structure would be if I were to come in and structure something for you. It would look like this. And this would probably get you 10 to 15 new clients every single month if you have at least 5,000 emails in your email list, or even a little bit less. I know someone her name was Sarah, that got over $15,000 of revenue with only 500 people on her email list. And so this is real and it works. And what you're doing is literally giving them what they want. And if your Instagram and if your social media actually speaks to your ideal client profile, if you speak to their pain points, if you speak to your level of expertise to where they actually are, then what you're doing essentially is building up an email list also of people that are that exact ideal customer profile, who every single one of these emails would hit so close to home for. So after this, obviously, you can address some of their biggest objections and say, well, if you have this objection, then this bonus is included, and the bonus is just part of your coaching program, and you do it like that. But this 10-step email sequence will definitely be enough to increase your revenue and your margins by at least 30% in the next 30 days from now, or in the next 45 days from now. And so have at it. I'll see you in the next video.